beautiful tribute to such a gorgeous and complex country. It covered it all. I spent a lot of time in India, and it really made me miss that country to see all the different aspects that are captured in this visual tribute, visual and oral, I guess, audio tribute, because it had all the rhythms and the sounds and the complex nature of just the gorgeous and complex and diverse country that is India. No, as you can see, I'm a little speechless right now because I just sat down and was in awe of the the visuals, the way it was filmed, the pictures, the accompanying sound, the way that the rhythms were mixed up through it. It told a story, even though it was all just pictures and music and ambient sounds and just all of it, like the audio mixing, the film editing, the photography. It was just gorgeous. Yeah, it's one of those films that you'd really want to see on a big screen with big sound and just get totally immersed in the
What a
experience.
beautiful short. Near the end, the filmmaker expresses love and gratitude to those he met when traveling around this beautiful country. And sure enough, he did capture some amazing places and people, young and old. I love the shots of friendly children, the women in the gorgeous fabrics, and the many faces full of expression and character, sometimes in prayer. The sound design was exciting, sometimes ominous, gloomy music, sometimes the tinkling of bells, sometimes sounds of the busy traffic and people in swarming markets. I love the cinematography in this one, quite the blend between stunning nature shots of snowy mountains and water views, which flipped to shots of crowded cities both day and night. Well done, film.
Amazing, beautiful music. I like the slow motion takes. They have a great mixture of nature, urban, and rural sceneries in very high quality film. They showcase different types of people from all over. They are working, playing, eating, worshiping, creating, dancing, and just smiling. It is so beautiful. It's like a poetry for this particular place, and I loved it. It's a great work.
Really beautiful use of colors and layering, and the editing in this film was such a strong point of view. There was a rhythmic quality. I felt like the rhythm of the editing interacted really strongly with the soundtrack and created a really beautiful flow and a sense of variety of the different environments and different situations and sensations that this filmmaker was observing. I loved the way that it was uh, pieced together in a way that really took me on a journey and had a very clear, not linear or narrative arc, but an arc nonetheless. One moment that particularly stood out for me was on the bus when there was like different layering and overlay of um, the steering wheel of the bus kind of gave me this car sick feeling of going over like a bumpy road, and it really pulled me in and drew me in. There were a lot of moments like that where there was a really strong sense of intimacy with what you were seeing, and the way, again, that the editing, the way that it was cut together along with the soundtrack, created that kind of inviting, magnetic, like pull you in kind of
Was
experience.
really amazing. I loved that this didn't have any dialogue at all. It was just a telling of India from like a perspective of like just images, and there was no narration, there was no, and it didn't really need it, and it didn't show just one side of India. It showed like beautiful culture and deep like rich history, but it also showed like struggle and the people and the different aspects of life in India. And it wasn't one-sided. It felt very realistic in a this is how it is for the entire country, not just a, nice, very photograph, worthy part of it, but what the entire country is like. And I really liked that it did show everything. It didn't shy away, and that you didn't need any narration, you didn't need any dialogue to kind of get the point. And I thought that was really, really
Such a
impressive.
beautiful piece. It was just so wonderful to watch. It was, there was a feeling of serenity as we're going through and looking at all these different, aspects of India. And I love the kind of the storytelling structure and the pacing of it, going from quiet and meditative to loud and celebratory to sad to happy. It was a really nice range of imagery and looks that, we felt like we went on a journey. It looks like it was the primary work of one filmmaker. So wonderful job, making the journey and seeing so much in this one country. So the cinematography was absolutely beautiful. The editing was great, and I love the use of music that was chosen and put into the piece. It paced out everything so well, and it was very enjoyable. And it gets one thinking about India. This is not a country that a lot of us get to go to or see a lot of. And this gave us a real variety of different imagery to look at. So wonderful job. I hope this gets out there and does well.
I'm really surprised at how much I like this film. It's almost completely silent dialogue wise, but it's also really loud in background music and diegetic sounds of the bustle of the city and the quiet serenity of the nature landscape. It has a really slow and poetic opening with this wonderful double exposure footage to it. Time feels very slowed down. The colors are very vibrant, and the transitions between one track to the next are very compelling. And also really seamlessly as they blend from a more slowed down tempo to a more upbeat music, and how the scenes and the shots perfectly hit every single beat. Music is very haunting and almost pulls you into this almost meditative state. There's a lot of quick shots, the use of different types of shots, quick shots, long shots, really wide angle shots where you get a whole, especially when it came to more than the scenes more of nature, these really wide angle shots and some really close, intimate shots of people. And there's also a lot of contrast between the kind of shots that I picked. Some shots feel like they're full of life, full of people, and other shots feel like it's just, people suffering, people unable to move forward in their lives. We also have shots that are super crowded and shots when there's only one person in the frame and it was really close up to them. So I really feel like this film is masterful at its editing techniques and the ways in which it uses picture and sound to create this really compelling narrative without having to say a word about it.